That was my guest, one of my guests' favorite Beatles songs. I would love to know yours and why. Call or text 800-923-9887, and I would love to hear from you. But I really wanted to know Faith Cohen's because she is the founder, would you say, of Global Beatles Day? Hello, Faith.
Hello. Yes, I absolutely am the founder of Global Beatles Day.
Going in its 16th year now?
Yes, if that's the math. I founded it in 2009 after seeing a bunch of silly holidays on the calendar, like Talk Like a Pirate Day. And I
Yeah,
thought,
okay.
if there's all these ridiculous holidays on the calendar, why shouldn't there be a holiday like this? And a not serious, but serious holiday dedicated as a thank you and a love letter to the Beatles. And it was in a much more hopeful time. People were sharing music and food in social media instead of awful things.
Instead of
And it was a
ugly
good thing.
language. Yeah.
Exactly.
Can you tell me about World Beatles Day? Why is it today, and what would you say is it about? I'm sorry, did I say World Beatles Day? I didn't mean to. I meant to say Global Beatles Day.
You know what? It's okay that you say that because we got Global Beatles Day and then we started searching around and no one had grabbed the name for World Beatles Day, the domain. So I grabbed that one too. But it's technically called Global Beatles Day,
Yeah.
technically. But other people have called it World Beatles Day, and I don't really care
Well, that's great.
because I don't make the only thing I'm doing promoting it is to get it on the calendar so that people like you, radio stations go, hey, it's Global Beatles Day. Why don't you guys all go out and maybe buy an album and give it to a kid or give to a charity or put on a Beatles record and dance or do something in the spirit of what the Beatles gave to the world.
Mm.
I think that the Beatles were exemplary in changing the world for many, many reasons, not least their music. And in 1967, they were the anchor of a broadcast, the first satellite broadcast ever called Our World. And they performed All You Need Is Love. And their broadcast was not supposed to be political, but All You Need Is Love is a political statement. And to me, that's kind of what they're about in general. And, I love Kurt Vonnegut. He's my favorite author. And the people at the Kurt Vonnegut Library are friends of ours. There's a great quote of Kurt Vonnegut's that says, I say in speeches that a plausible mission of artists is to make people appreciate being alive at least a little bit. I am then asked if I know of any artist who pulled that off. I reply, the Beatles did. And, I really believe that there really just aren't that many artists. And artist is a small word, I think, in this case. It's bigger than just that in my book.
Well, today is a global celebration of the Beatles. It's Global Beatles Day, and I would love to hear about your favorite Beatles song and why you love it. You can call or text 800-923-9887 and let me know. Faith Cohen has just let me know she is the founder of Global Beatles Day, and it has been such a pleasure talking to you, Faith. Thank you so much for this day.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who's out there celebrating. And please share the concept with the people you love and share it with the people you don't love too, because the world needs it.